Good morning, beautiful being. Thank you for tuning in today. And today we're going to do a little bit of tapping and cupping to release any stuck energy that's gotten embedded, and that can be physical, it can be emotional, it can be thought-wise. So this is just a gentle self-touch, tapping, cupping to help release stagnant energy and to help all the juices run clear and free. So we can begin seated if you like. There'll be a standing portion, you can join in there. And first, let's always set the foundation. Feet, feel the feet on the ground. Feel your sit bones in the seat. Take a few moments and feel that connection to the earth and your support. And from that support, rise up like a stalk of a plant, growing through your spine, lifting lightly through the head and blossoming out through the top, connecting to the heavens above, to the sky above. So here we are on our vertical alignment, physical but also an internal state, feeling that generosity of the spaciousness and abundance above and also the firmness and support below. And you can't help but smile to think of that, I think anyways, but put a small smile on your face. So that changes everything internally, all the hormones, the endorphins, they all shift up a notch or two. And let's bring our breath into our body by resting our hands on belly. And exhale, feel the belly shrinking gently. Inhale through the nose and feel the belly and the abdomen expanding. And you can even make a soft sound with the mouth open on the exhale, just to get a little bit more of that old air out. And please inhale through the nose. And now, breathing, I invite you to breathe in and out through the nose from here on. Softly, smoothly, setting a pleasant, calm rhythm. And let's warm up our hands as we continue breathing, because our hands are going to be the agents of our heart. They're going to be tapping, touching, awakening, and it's a two-way street. So our hands feel something, and the body part that we're touching feels something, because there's really no separation. So we want those hands nice and warm and woken up. And now let's begin knocking on the breastbone ever so gently, saying hello, waking things up, and also waking up our appreciation. Let's take one hand down, it can rest in the lap, the other hand is cupped. And just back and forth over the lungs, under the collarbones, smiling into our lungs, giving some self-ultrasound into the body, and then leaning over and cupping around the breast or the chest area, and the chest area works for men and women. And even if you have a breast or it's been removed, it's all love. And then coming into the side body, I like to drape my hand over my head. If that works for you, go for it. If it's easier for you to just open your elbow up and make some space, that's great too. We want to give some love and some stimulation into the armpit, side of the chest, upper arm, and then from here, from the armpit coming down, relaxing the shoulder, arm pours down, cupping underneath, inner wrist, and matching the fingers and palms for clear sound. Fingertips, fingernails, back of the fingers, back of the hand. Cupping up the outside of the arm, the elbow, over the arm and shoulder. And I like to shift that arm up a little bit with the bottom arm so I can reach a little further into that shoulder and neck area. And relax. Take a moment to feel what this gives you. And remember that if there's any discomfort during the movements, do less or don't do them and just visualize. Simply imagine. Imagine that you're tapping or cupping, or get as close to the area as you can comfortably get to help you make that little leap. And let's come back to the center. Remember vertical alignment. Feel your feet, your sit bones, your connection to aboveness, connection to the big picture, connection to the energies that are bigger than ourselves, so that we can borrow from them, so that we can feel their support. And then cupping back and forth over the lungs with love. Releasing anything that might be stuck or has stiffened up. Leaning over to come around the chest and breast zone, the pectoral region. Coming into the armpit in whichever way feels good to you. And then making the way down from the armpit, back of the arm, elbow, forearm, inner wrist, tall, relaxed spine and very relaxed dropped shoulders. Just let them melt down. Fingertips, back of the hand and fingers. Especially those of us who spend time on the computer, it's nice to give some love and some release and some care to the wrists and hands. Up the forearm, up the back of the arm, over the shoulder, and boosting if that works or helps you. Always looking for what's valuable for you. It's the spirit of the tapping that's more important than the actual shape or form. And to practice comfort, we don't want to rehearse pain or discomfort. We want to have experiences of ease and see how that feels. Maybe you want to move around a little bit and check those arms and fingers, how they're doing. And let's move up into the face and head briefly, tapping once again at the sternum, and take a moment to imagine your immune system blossoming into its most resilient version. Upgrade into the new operating system. And coming up and down the throat, into the jaw with love. Remember, we're spreading love and awareness through the body, up the sides of the neck. When you get to the ears, just make peace signs and one finger in front of the ear, one behind. And then the shoulders, up the back of the neck, into the base of the skull, going up and across. And let's come over the scalp. Continue to grow through the crown of the head and tap all over your beautiful head, stimulating the hair follicles, but also stimulating the tapping through the cerebral spinal fluid. So you're also tapping your brain, your pituitary, your hypothalamus, your pineal. So this is having a lovely communication with all of those headquarters of important systems in the body. And let's take a rest and just shake out through the hands a bit. And just a little bit for the face. I'm going to take my glasses off. You can do that too if that applies. Little bit with one hand between the lower lip and the chin. Loosen through the jaw as you do this. You can even tap a little smile from one side to the other. And then the other hand can do a similar thing to the area between the upper lip and the nose. And now we're going to tap along the sides of the nose and under the apple of the cheek. Let's start lightly tapping, maybe the middle fingers at the bridge of the nose, and come down the sides of the nose. And when you come under the apples of the cheek, this is where smiling helps you find the pathway. And do a little anti-gravity up fluffing to wake up your beautiful face and appreciate your natural beauty. We spend too much time with thinking there's something wrong with us, so we're tapping that stuff out too. And now underneath, if you're looking straight ahead quietly, just find that line up and down through the cheekbone, the middle of the cheek, and you can fluff up in this direction a bit. And now tapping the temples, smiling. Let's release our arms a bit, and then we'll finish the face by tapping around the eyes from the outer corners very delicately, maybe just one finger following the eye socket underneath, coming up the bridge, out over the eyebrow bones, smiling. Noticing if there's any tenderness or puffiness, because that's also an opportunity to check in what's happening with your body. If there is a tenderness, go more gently, but also smile because you're doing something good for yourself, because it'll help to release and open up the circulation of the rivers of energy. Shake that out, shake that out, shake that out. And take a pause. You can put your glasses back on. Just notice how your head and face and upper body feel now, checking in. Let yourself breathe smoothly and freely. And I'll invite you to come and stand up if you wish to for the rest of the tapping and cupping. Reviewing vertical alignment, whether you choose to sit or stand. Feel your feet and let the knees soften. Let the tailbone drop and grow inside, upwards, so you feel you're plugged into the energy above you and around you and below you and around you. So you can start to feel like you're recharging your batteries. And just shake a little bit. You can also bounce your knees here, that's optional. But let's cup over the chest and give some sound here. Any sound that helps you clear your lungs and any emotional buildup, any waxy buildup inside. And see what that does for your breath and your mood. And with an optional bounce in the knees if you like, you will start cupping all through the abdominal zone, all through the belly, abdomen, coming into the groin area, opening the hips forward a bit, pubic area, perineum, and paddling upwards but moving down the insides of the legs. Spend a little TLC time, special tender loving care time, at the tops of your inner thighs, and make your way down, 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 coming over as far as is comfortable. For example, if this is as far as I can honestly go and the rest would be painful, I'm going to imagine going down the insides of my legs. I'm still activating the cupping, and I'm using my imagination to make those energy connections. And honestly, I can feel stuff going down the insides of my lower legs. So don't ever feel that you have to force to go further. Really honor your clear boundaries of your beautiful body. Coming down the insides, roll a little bit to the outsides of your feet so that you can do the insteps a bit, over the tops of your feet. Roll to the inside so you can get the outer edges, get the feet balanced, and come up the outsides. Come up the outsides, and then let your tail feathers shimmy from side to side. And come up into the small of the back, the kidney area. You can use inner fists, backs of hands, palms. And here is another good place to use sound. Any sound that feels like it helps you. And then rub those kidneys to warm them up, warm them up, warm them up. And then bring yourself to a closing position, so vertical alignment, feet grounded, whether you're sitting or standing. Top of the spine, rising up, feel that beautiful height like you're a mountain. And then resting hands on the lower back, wherever it's comfortable, and breathe smoothly, gently. Imagine the breath massaging your low back. And let's finish by sliding the hands around and folding them over the low belly. Connect to your vertical alignment one more time and your inner smile. And let the breath settle as though a sphere of energy is what you're interested in, that comes from the waist to the perineum, right and left hip, and the front and the back of you. As you inhale, fill that container with beautiful breath and energy. And as you exhale, feel it condensing. Inhale, feel it expanding. Hold your head high in a understanding of how valuable and how beautiful you are. And notice how you feel. See if you feel a bit more refreshed or more connected to all of you. And appreciate what some simple visualization and some gentle, easy movement can do to shift a state of being. And thank you so much for your attention and presence. Many, many blessings to you, and we'll see you, I hope, at another Movement Medicine Morsel. My heart sends beautiful love to your heart. Until the next time.